Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the We're Not Stumped podcast. I'm your host, Mike Bolland, and today is headlines. A lot of fun. 3 quick headlines that I find or users submit to me, which I appreciate that. Keep submitting your ideas. I'll talk about them on my podcast. But 3 quick headlines for the week. And this week, I'm doing it for the week of August 19th. Today is August 22nd, 2024. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about number 1 headline for the week. I had both of my legs amputated after contracting sepsis. Royal Derby hospital staff helped me get my life back. And this article comes courtesy of Zena Hawley, and this is from the UK. This is from derbytelegraph.co.uk. So Levi Dewey is now able to watch the Rams at Pride Park once again. And the article goes, a young amputee who had both of his legs amputated after contracting sepsis has praised the team at Royal Derby's hospital's Amputee Rehabilitation Center and said they have helped him get his life back. Now, he was an aspiring football player, Levi Dewey. He's from Willington and was only 20 when he was admitted to the hospital with flu-like symptoms and breathing difficulties back in December of 2022. His condition then rapidly deteriorated, and he was diagnosed with pneumonia and sepsis. After being placed into an induced coma and on a ventilator to save his life, the former JCB welder was brought out of a coma, but then he was told that both of his legs would need to be amputated, and amputated below the knee, and he underwent surgery 2 days before his 21st birthday. Sorry to hear that. Following his life-changing surgery, he has been under the care of the team of specialists, and this includes senior psychotherapist Ganner Venison and prosthetist Clayton Smith, and he attends regular physiotherapy appointments to help improve his fitness levels and support him to walk again with his prosthetic limbs. Great to see. I'm going to pause it for just a second. Great to see that he's concentrating on his well-being through fitness. I think that's very important for us people in the limb loss community. Continue to work out as much as you possibly can. Now back to the story. Physiotherapists play a key part in the recovery and rehabilitation following the amputation, and Levi described Ganner as an absolute star for helping him rebuild his life. Excellent. Ganner first met Levi, who played football most of his childhood and adult life. And remember, football in the UK is soccer here. Just get everybody on the same page. Before his surgery, and spoke with him and his family about what to expect, committing her support to help Levi through his recovery journey, working with several clinical teams to provide the most streamlined and tailored support. Extremely important to have that. Seems like Levi had the right people in place, which is extremely important at all parts of your amputee journey. And Ganner said, when I first met Levi and his family before he had his amputation, and then I spent a lot of time talking to them, I was trying to negate any fears and anxieties that they had, which of course is going to be a lot. So great job, Ganner. We discussed short-term plans and expectations, very important, like getting home, whether he would be able to walk or drive. And since then, we've seen a lot of ups and downs, but I feel privileged to be part of his recovery. What an excellent attitude. What an excellent attitude there. Yes, get somebody on your team that is proud to be on your team, and they're going to help you quite a bit. Prosthetist Taylor Smith, who is responsible for helping tailor make and personalize the prosthetic limbs for amputees like Levi, added, Levi was a healthy young man before he fell ill, and he has to rebuild his strength and stamina. To do that, he needs custom-made feet and prosthetics using materials like carbon fiber springs to help aid in his recovery. High on Levi's list of things he wanted to achieve was returning to Pride Park to see his beloved Derby County Football Club again. And Levi said, Ganner helped me keep going on the most difficult days and has helped me achieve so many personal goals, including helping me get back to Pride Park, which means so much. I will always be grateful to her. I cannot thank Ganner enough and the team enough. The level of care I have received and the people I've met during my treatment has been amazing. I love all the staff here to pieces, and they have gone above and beyond for me. Well, Levi, keep doing what you're doing, man. That's a great story, a difficult thing you went through, but it's great to see that you're back and fighting through it. And, of course, Ganner and your prosthetist Let me get that name. Ganner and Clayton Smith, thank you so much for helping the amputee community. Without you, it would be difficult for us to come back. Headline number 2. Woman born without arms and with short legs can now drive after 7 years and almost $100,000. And this comes courtesy of Isabel Keene from the New York Post. And the article goes, a Canadian woman born without arms and with short legs has fulfilled a lifelong dream of being able to drive after years of obstacles and a hefty price tag on the specialized car of her dreams. And by the way, this car is cool. If you look at it, there's some pictures of her in the New York Post. I'd recommend going to read it. I'll link to it, of course, in the description. But if you're just listening to this, go to the New York Post and look up Tally Osborne, who's 44 years old. Her car is a little Mini Cooper. It's the coolest color. I'm not going to give it away. This car is badass. So let me get back to the story. Tally Osborne, 44, got her license in Las Vegas and is now tooling around after a 7-year ordeal that dragged out by the COVID pandemic and $1,000 occupational therapist appointments and a quote of nearly $100,000 for a Mini Cooper modified for her needs. Osborne says she's proud of herself for not giving up on her goal. Absolutely. Great job, Tally. That's fantastic. Never give up on your dreams. That's a really good recommendation to all of us, including me. We all need to hear that a lot. If you truly want to achieve something, you can do it no matter what the hurdle, Osborne told the outlet. She had bought the used model without modifications. Then not long after, the COVID-19 pandemic began, and without enough money to fully adapt to fit her needs, her mom suggested selling the car. If I sell this car, that's me literally giving up on this dream, and I've come this far already, Osborne said. Like, I have my dream car, so I just kept paying for it and paying the insurance. Osborne then got a call from War Amp's Child Amputee program, which provides child amputees financial assistance for artificial limbs. I have not heard of that program. War Amp's Child Amputee program. I'll have to look them up. I will link to them in the description. The group said it would help pay for the modifications. Oh, this is fantastic. Again, go to the New York Post, look up Tally Osborne. I'm going to continue with this article, but as I'm reading it to you, I can't do it justice with the pictures that are included here. So please go to the article. It is fantastic looking at these pictures. Now, when they reached out to her, when War Amps reached out to her, she said, I almost cried. Modifications on the car include a 5-inch diameter steering wheel mounted on the left door with a cup that can be used to turn the wheel, extended gas and brake pedals, and a touchscreen that Osborne uses to change gears and for turn signals. The car is also fitted with a seatbelt that Osborne can put on by herself. Once the car was complete, Osborne had to face yet another hurdle, getting her driver's license, which involved a doctor's note from an occupational therapist and forms that required details about her, in quotes, illness. I was born this way. Nothing's changing, she told the outlet. It was just kind of a degrading thing for me because I'm not ill. It felt so disgusting. Yeah, I bet. Osborne, who works as a motivational speaker, has been documenting her journey on being able to drive on social media. So look her up on social media. Look up Tally Osborne. While the response has been largely positive, she says she still receives some comments questioning her need and ability to drive on her own. Mind your own business, people. She's a human being. She can drive. Jesus. It makes me sad that they see me and they see this amazing video, and that's where they go. Yeah, I agree with you. For me, to get my license, it's 1,000,000 times harder, so I'm going to be 1,000,000 times better driver. Hell yeah. Osborne now hopes to travel to California to visit friends and will likely be receiving even more visitors of her own, according to her little sister, Mir, who says she cannot wait for her sibling to pick her up from the airport the next time she's in town. Mir said, I cannot stress to you enough how eager I am for this to happen because it's just sort of been something we've talked about and dreamt about. Kind of tried to imagine it for decades since we were young. And that was her sister saying that. This is such a positive thing in the right direction for a level of independence and freedom that a lot of people with disabilities just don't get to have. Fantastic story. Open invitation to Miss Tally Osborne if you would like to come on to the podcast, I'd love to have you. I'd love to learn more. I'd love to publicize what you're doing. And if you're going to be doing it, you've been documenting it. I read it as possibly doing a documentary. I think that'd be a really cool idea. But please come on the podcast if you can. I'd love to talk to you more about this. I think it's a great story. So let's go to headline number 3. Yeah, for the people that are listening, I'm holding up 3 fingers. 3 of the 4 fingers I have because, the thumb isn't a finger. Here is the headline. ACPD, which I'm going to assume means Atlantic City Police Department, amputee officer throws out first pitch at the Phillies game. And this was courtesy of Linda Cohen from BreakingAC.com. An Atlantic police officer who lost his leg in a motorcycle crash more than a decade ago got to show off his pitching skills last weekend. Canine officer Michael Braxton threw out the ceremonial first pitch Saturday before the Philadelphia Phillies took on the Washington Nationals. Braxton made history after he returned to work from a 2013 crash that took his left leg. He not only returned as a detective, but he is now the state's first amputee canine officer. The Challenge Athletes Foundation originally was going to have a group of people make the toss. That's what Braxton told Breaking AC. And here's his quote. "It still beats me why I was picked," Braxton said. "I was nervous at first. I'm sure you were. The messages started reminding me of Stephen A. Smith's first pitch for the Yankees. If you haven't seen that, let's just say Stephen A. was not too accurate when he threw that first pitch for the Yankees." Braxton had a better time. "It went well," he said. "It went over the plate." Excellent, Michael Braxton. That's awesome. Sporting a red Phillies jersey with the number 4 and his name, Braxton took the mound and threw to the Philly fanatic. Totally cool. "A day I will cherish forever," he wrote on a TikTok, marking the day. What a privilege and honor. Officer Braxton made the ACPD and the city of Atlantic City proud, the department wrote in a release about the accomplishment. Well, congratulations, Mr. Michael Braxton. It seems like you have a lot more things to be proud of other than throwing a first pitch. All of your accomplishments, fantastic. And just like I said about Tally a second ago, you want to come on the podcast? Come on, let's go. Let's talk. Let's learn more about your life, because I'm sure there's more to it than just the first pitch. You sound like an amazing person. Great job. So that's headlines for the week of, what is this? This is August 22nd. Headlines for the week of August 19th. Thank you so much for listening. If you know of a story you would like me to talk about, reach out to me. Reach out to me at we'renotstumped.com. There's an easy contact form on there. Matter of fact, if you want to be a guest on this podcast, it's as simple as filling out that form. I want to learn more about you. I want to learn more about the people, like in the very first story, that are part of the Amputee Support Network. They're very important people. So keep listening to the podcast, like and subscribe, please, because it helps me get this message out to as many amputees that are in different parts of their journey. Remember that. Everyone is in a different part of their journey, and hearing the stories that I've been honored to have people come on and share is helping the community at large. And I can't thank everyone enough. Matter of fact, as I record this on today is August 21st, I just recorded a podcast that's going to come out next week, August 29th, I believe. I think that was the date I said. No, August 27th, 2024. Listen to this podcast. Tuesday, August 27th, 2024. Today, I interviewed the band called The Resilient. There are 3 amputees in that band. They're coming out with some new music. It is a fantastic episode. I can't wait to get it live. It's going live Tuesday. I have to single-handedly edit it first. So, what else am I going to do? But there's so many other great episodes. I got Chris Castile coming on Friday, and his episode is going to be coming live within the next couple of weeks. I got somebody, Linda Collins, is going to be coming on talking about the insurance company and insurance codes. I don't know a lot about that at all, but that's what makes this podcast so powerful. It helps so many people. We get different perspectives from different areas of the community. So keep sharing, keep liking, and keep listening. And I can't thank you enough. Everyone, have a great day.